All right, let's get to Kelee Ringo against the Buccaneers here. First off, we got cover one man. Kelee against number 17 down here at the bottom, running a curl route. Now we have that cover one man, so that's the only responsibility for him here. We got the deep safety help right there, man across the board here. Okay, so a couple things here. We're lining up 10 yards off. We're lining up 10 yards off. We can anticipate the route a little bit more of the receiver before we have to actually get depth. I really like that he's snappy on his feet here. A lot of quick foot movements here. So he's on his toes, ready to break on the route. I don't think he needs to get 5 yards further downfield here as the receiver is approaching him. He can sort of start jabbing at the ground where he is, and he's still able to follow him going in, out. And if he wants to go deep, should have the speed to follow him. And it also allows him to play a little bit more physical on him, get a jab on him whenever he wants to go either way. Because the risk here is that when he's breaking back, he's 5 yards away from him at the point of the break on the route. So even though he's breaking at the same point of him, if that ball is thrown in there with anticipation, he makes that catch 10 times out of 10. And then it's just a matter of being there to make the tackle. So I like the footwork. The break on the route, the break on the route is just going back here, and how snappy he gets back. But that 5 yards that he's drifting to begin with sets himself up to in a position where he's not able to cover it if the target goes there. Here's still a little bit more of it here. Now that Chris Godwin is running a terrible route here, and it looks like he's not even going full speed. He's running an out route here. But look at the same thing here. You got 7 yards off. He's much more anticipatory of and waiting what Godwin is doing here. And the result is that he's able to play a little bit more catch, like he's able to be a little bit more physical with him at the point of the break here. So he doesn't get that 5 yards; he gets 2 yards max. And then Godwin basically runs into him. So that just more of what I'm talking about. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Top of the screen here, cover one man for the Eagles. Kelee Ringo, 1-on-1 coverage against Sterling Shepard. Press man, he wants to go inside release here first before he's coming out. Terrific coverage from Kelee Ringo here initially. Nice punch, get him inside, run with him. So you're staying square to him right here. So if he's going out, he's running through you. If he's going deep, you're running with him. And if he's going inside, then you're in a good position to trail that. And he does go outside, and he has to run through Kelee. He's all over that route. Remember that your way of supporting me goes through Buy Me a Coffee. I'll drop a link in the description. Breaking the Birds. Greatly appreciated. Let's get back to the tape. Delivers him well as he's coming in here. He reads in the process there that it is in fact a run. A good angle here to come out against Bucky Irvin. Now he gets stiff-armed, but the fact that he's in that position allows everybody else to go for the ball here and hustle to the ball carrier and make the play in the backfield. So even though he misses the tackle here, but this is everything you want from your cornerback to do, like stall the running back in the backfield, let everybody else come in there. Like Bucky is a really good running back, and he usually stiff arms people. It would have been top play if he made it himself, but this is a lot more than what you can expect from a lot of corners to be able to diagnose the run this fast here and then come back outside. So got to give him credit on that one. Nice job here as well. Quick game for the Buccaneers. They come out here in the trips bunts formation here, run a running back screen, so they got a lot of blockers out there. Look at Chris Godwin and Kelee Ringo here, where he shoots up there, destroys the block from Godwin, has outside contain. That's what you want from him here. Outside cornerback, outside contain. So he attacks the outermost guy, really violent. Limit that the box that Bucky Irvin has to run through is in control of the outside after the block defeat. I really like this. Not anything flashy. Just take a look at Kelee Ringo here. Sterling Shepard coming up to block him on an outside running play. Get it from the box here. That's a lot better view. I mean, to see a wide receiver who maybe doesn't want to block the most and also is kind of small going against Kelee Ringo. He's out there to the right-hand side. You're going to see a little pause the frame so we get him in there. So you have Sterling Shepard right here, Kelee Ringo coming in, and he's so nice. All right, so playing man coverage here, cover one man for the Eagles. So he's manned up against the tight end lineup right there, right here. And he is in blocking to begin with. So he stays alert, so to say, and after the block here, he comes out and he's supposed to take him over. I will say that when your only responsibility here is that guy and you're playing man, get further towards him. Like it's a tight end. He's not gonna outrun you. So you don't have to have 8 yards of separation away from him here, because there's a long way over here. So if Baker drills this one in for him, I mean, you're already trailing. So have a little bit more awareness there. Awesome job on this rep here from Kelee Ringo of passing on Sterling Shepard seamlessly here in towards Zach Bond, getting depth afterwards, staying alert, noticing the guy coming across here. So pass along whatever's coming over here, wall off anything coming back. That's basically what we're doing. Does a good job of stepping up in front of it there, and it looks really seamless. So good transition. Also good job by Zach Bond here of picking it up. He runs with it. Kelee finds the new guy. Good communication. 4th down and about 3, 4, 5 yards. Kelee Ringo here to the top, playing man against Sterling Shepard. So we got cover 1 man for the Eagles. Not quite sure if this is supposed to be a corner route or pivot route. No, it makes more sense that it's a corner route because we're going to have a guy in the flat over here. But Sterling goes inside to begin with. Kelee gets contact on him, knocks him out of his route a little bit here to begin with. Kelee stays with it well, despite Baker Mayfield scrambling out. And so Sterling just tries to get open in any way he can. It's good sticky coverage with him here and breaks up the pass here in the end. Good play. Decent coverage here. Cover 1 man against in-breaker here coming across, I believe, Sterling Shepard one more time. He was facing a lot of him. Outside shaded coverage, so really difficult to get all the way in there with him, especially Sterling Shepard being a little bit faster of a receiver. Now, he does have a little bit of cushion on Kelee, but so if the ball is perfectly thrown in away from the underneath defender as well, maybe it would have been there, but I think Kelee keeps as well coverage as you possibly can. He's probably going to gain a yard or two on the receiver when the ball is in the air. So all in all, I think it's as good coverage as you can expect from an outside shaded 8-yard off man coverage against a crosser like that. I'd call it a good rep by Ringo. All right, so here I believe Eagles are playing man coverage, judging by Quinion Mitchell to the bottom here, Cooper DeJean to the top, and then Zach Bond. Zach Bond's cheating out here pre-snap. In the first movement of the tight end, he's mimicking. Quinion is playing man right here. Cooper is playing man right there on the slot receiver. The reason I'm stalling with here is because Jahad Campbell isn't shooting out with the running back here. He usually does. And Kelee Ringo is getting depth here as if he is supposed to run with the guy coming deep. But we have a flat there, right there. He's coming into the flat, and we have a sit here. And neither Jahad nor Ringo look like they're going to cover that. So I'm not sure who's at fault here with the running back coming out in the flat. If it's zone, who has flat? If it's man, who has that guy? If they're bumping it out, so to say, Kelee has to come out here, and then Jahad will take over the sit here. That may be the case. Either way, I'm annoyed with Ringo not seeing the balls being thrown at this point. He's looking inside. He's reading everything from outside to in, and not being able to break outside earlier, so they get 11 yards on that, where he should definitely have been in a much better position regardless of what the call is here, because if he sees the ball being thrown at that point and he's breaking out, he'll be in a much better position to at least limit this play. Good anticipation and coverage here. The motion and the guy over here, so Kelee is manned up on the tight end to that to the top side. We got cover 1 man once again. Now I like the fact that he's staying a little bit of depth outside shaded, because he is faster than this guy, so he's supposed to be able to undercut it as he's coming out here. Breaks on well here to where if Baker Mayfield throws this ball, absolutely Kelee will be able to cover that distance. Also, without making it seem as too clear that he's playing man on the tight end there pre-snap. Okay, rep here. I mean, a lot of things going on here with Kelee Ringo's guy and as a jet sweep. as a jet sweep play here. They gain about 3-4 yards. I think overall, my opinion on it is that this is well played because it's difficult to defend. He has so much room as he's coming across here. Kelee has to work through the traffic of the defense. I think he keeps an okay angle as he's coming out here. He breaks down well here. He's still inside hip of the receiver. I think that's the only reason he's able to remotely make this tackle. Could have been in more control, definitely. Could have broken down, shimmy towards the tackler, or towards the tackle earlier here. If he gains a little bit more upfield depth or upfield here, he's able to stay a little bit more inside hip. But all in all, he limits the play himself. It's his guy, and they only get 3 yards. That's a positive for the defense. All right, cover one man here. Kelee, Ringo against Sterling Shepard to the top. Sterling running a drag route, and Kelee actually looks like he's in pretty good position. I'm not sure why he feels like he needs to grab hold of Sterling as he's coming across. It looks like he's already running full speed with him. It's third and about 5-6. It's not like Sterling is already too deep at that point. I mean, he's running right there at the sticks. If he can come with him here, make the tackle here, like we saw Andrew Makuba do against the Chiefs. Also, the receiver runs into Jahad Campbell as well. Of course, Kelee can't bank on that. He doesn't know that, but there is no reason for him to concede holding and at this point here. I mean, he does it super early in the route as well. Like, have faith that you're able to run with him. It's just a bad technique. Don't like this play too much here against Sterling Shepard at the bottom. Playing cover one man, he's super vulnerable. The safety help is way inside here, but he's lined up again. He's lined up 8 yards off to begin with. Not shaded too much. He's right on him, and immediately he gains 5 yards of separation here. Really, really, really concerned with anything deep, which normally makes sense, but the fact here we're inside, almost inside the 20-yard line, so it's naturally going to be less space for Sterling Shepard to work with, and it's going to be less space that he can gain separation against Ringo down the field. So like we saw before, if you can play this with a little bit more anticipation, let him come towards you. Step a little bit more at the point where you're at. He has to run through you if he's going in. You're staying with him if he's coming out, and then trust your speed if he's going to go deep, where you're at a position on the field where you have a lot better advantage of anything coming deep. So he's playing too conservative here from my liking. Fine understanding here of passing along. Chris Godwin coming in. Already signals to Andrew Makuba here. Stay inside. This guy's coming in. I got the one coming out. Now, looks like it completely catches Makuba off guard. And he plays with shit technique here. Chris Godwin beats him. He's wide open there for a game-tying touchdown. Kelee in good position against his guy. Not sure what the hell Makuba is doing right here. He's 5 yards away from Godwin, and he's half jogging over there. Good play by Kelee. Nice rep here. Top of the screen, press man, cover one man, going against Sterling Shepard here. Good inside leverage on him here. Good outside leverage to the point where he's square with Sterling running deep with him. So like we said before, if he wants to go out there, he has to run through him. If he's going in, he can stay with him. Here he's going deep on that corner route. He's in a real good position to play trail technique against him right there. Really, really nice play from Ringo here. Third down, they're running a jet sweep here. Notice Kelee Ringo taking on the block right here. Destroys Sterling Shepard back, and then when he breaks the block, he's still proceeding to have the outside contain. Shuts the play down on third down. Good play. Not a great rep here from Kelee Ringo at all. We have a sit route here over the middle. He gets too much depth here to begin with. Breaks on it well, but he is anticipation throw right there. That would have been a catch. Now coming out here, still he's the outermost defender. So if you're going to miss inwards. But also, break down better, okay? Please. Come out here, shimmy down, break down, make a tackle, or at least get your hands on the player in some capacity. Takes too much of an outside ankle here on his pursuit. So when he's breaking down, he's almost already inside here. We'll see that from the box view. So when he's coming out there, he wants to stay inside hip and then break down. Look here, he has his hips turned. They're flipped 90 degrees as he's coming out here. So if he wants to be in control, here he breaks down. He stays square with feet aligned towards the ball carrier. Then he can tackle through him. Leaves himself way too vulnerable in that situation. Nice coverage inside here, and Chris Godwin comes up, pre-snap, plays press man right there. Good contact, stays level with him outside like we talked about a couple of times this video, and he's in a good position to play him coming in. Yes, we see the correction. Here against Sterling Shepard, down at the bottom, cover one man. He's lined up 5-6 yards off of him. Much better anticipation of the route coming out. So here, the play starts around there, right? So here he's not those 10 yards off that he was before. So when you come in on those 10-yard outs, here starts at about 5 yards distance away from him. Okay, so before he was here, and he gained about 5 yards before the receiver broke the plane. So you're from the 40. He's at the point here of where he was starting on the earlier reps. So this allows him to get a little bit more depth going back, and still be able to break on the out routes coming out here. So this is one way to do it. One way you can line up 10 yards, you can jab your feet and then run with it, or you can line it a little bit closer here, 5 yards. You have that cushion. You can backpedal those 5 yards, and then be in a position where you can break easily on if he's going out, or excuse me, if he's going in, if he's going out. Much better position and plays that well. Final play against Chris Godwin, coming on an over route, lined up 10 yards off. Good job here, not getting, have small steps going back. He doesn't get too much depth here while he's still working his feet about 2 yards. When he's breaking inside, he's in a good position to keep following him there. Stays trail side or backside of him, so if he is going on that out and up, then he can still have some wiggle room to, if he's going up here, he can still have some room to maneuver. Good position, good rep.